The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, Franklin Communications, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the other great shows that previously aired, log on to columbustoday.com, keyword dentally speaking. Listeners should not use Dr. Kvitko's comments and advice in the place of receiving an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
Time now for Dentally Speaking with Dr. Brian Kvitko. Call 459-9769. That's 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now here's Dr. Kvitko.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dentally Speaking with Dr. Kvitko. Our show is also known as Everything You've Always Wanted to Know About Dentistry, but we're too numb to ask, and we're proud to be on Sunny 95, 94.7 FM WSNY. This morning, I think we're going to have a great show. Also, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out there, another beautiful day. On the line with us, we're going to introduce him here in just a second, but on the line with us is Dr. Richard J. DePaul, Jr., DDS, and he's the inventor of 6 Month Braces. And we are going to talk a lot about this whole concept of short-term orthodontics coming up soon. But before we do, I always like to give out Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. And today that is, according to the American Association of Orthodontists, how many adults in the United States are currently wearing braces? Is it A, more than 1 million, B, more than 10 million, C, more than 20 million, or D, more than 50 million? All right, and that is according to the American Association of Orthodontists. Your guesses are welcome. Give us a call at 459-9769, or you can send us an email at drkvitko@dentallyspeaking.com. Also, if you have questions for Dr. DePaul as we get going, feel free to give that number a call. That's funny. I'm like Stick this morning. Anyway, 459-9769. Now, before we bring Dr. DePaul on the air, I also want to take care of what I call housekeeping. I want to give out a little bit of information about our upcoming golf outing. It is the Dr. Kvitko Golf Classic. It will be held Saturday, July 31st at Bent Tree Golf Club and Royal American Links. It's benefiting Golf for Life Ohio and the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio. And so basically, we're having it at 2 different golf courses. We hope to have 60 foursomes. And there will be breakfast, a steak lunch, beer and beverages, greens, fees, and cart. The beverages will be by Sam Adams. And we'd like to thank our current sponsors, those that have signed up so far, of Safe Auto and BASF, as well as Bent Tree Golf Course and the Great American Links. So, individuals can sign up for $100 if you do so by June 1st, or teams $400 before June 1st. And after June 1st, the price goes up a little bit, so I won't even give you those numbers yet because I'm hoping you're going to call and sign up. Now, to sign up, you go to info@dsaco.net. info@dsaco.net, and that's the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio's website. They'll have a link to where you can register. And I'm sorry, that's their email address. www.dsaoco.net is the website. And their number, 263-6020. All right, we'd really appreciate it. We want to raise a lot of money for Down syndrome and help them out with these programs. Golf for Life Ohio, by the way, is where golf pros are paired with folks who happen to have Down syndrome, and they are taught how to play the game of golf, which is pretty neat. Okay, so now for Dr. DePaul. Dr. DePaul has been providing orthodontics to his patients since 1994. His passion for orthodontics began early in his dental career. While still in school, he started studying orthodontics, taking orthodontic continuing education courses, and performing orthodontic research. He is a world-known authority on Powerprox 6 Month Braces. He has authored several books, DVDs, and CDs on the subject. He has treated countless patients and has taught countless doctors through his books, articles, and seminars. His goal is to spread life-changing orthodontic techniques throughout the dental community. Dr. DePaul, thanks so much for being on my show today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Dr. Kvitko. Really appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. We're happy to have you. And you know, this whole concept of, well, first of all, let me clarify. You're a general dentist, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So a general dentist doing orthodontics might seem a little weird to some people, but it's not really all that unusual, is it?
There are actually more general dentists doing orthodontics than orthodontists in this country, believe it or not.
I actually believe that, but I think a lot of people are surprised by that stat. And part of it is some of the systems like your own that have been developed to make it much more simple, kind of a systemized approach. I won't call it foolproof or brainless, but still a lot easier than of years gone by.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very, very systematic, easy to implement, and just a great way that patients can get great smiles quickly, plain and simple.
Well, and that's the key to what you have developed is it's called 6 Month Braces. Actually, you call it Powerprox 6 Month Braces. Tell my listeners what Powerprox means.
That actually involves two of the key elements that we use to move the teeth quickly. The power of shape memory nickel titanium arch wires. It's actually the arch wires that move the teeth. Braces are merely a handle that are on the teeth.
Right.
And prox is short for reprox, which is just one of the many different ways we get space between the teeth. People have heard interproximal reduction. It's just a very light slenderizing of the teeth. It's one of the many ways in orthodontics that we gain space. It's been done for over 70 years now in orthodontics.
Right, and just so people know, my orthodontist has sent several folks to me to gain the space for him because orthodontists tend to hang up their dental drill once they decide they want to specialize in orthodontics. So when it comes time to having to slenderize a tooth, they don't feel comfortable doing it, and at least he doesn't, and so he'll send the patient to me and say, hey, I need about 3 millimeters of space here, somewhere between the lower front, say 6 teeth. Can you get me 3 millimeters?
Absolutely. And fortunately now, with a lot of the other clear aligner systems and some of the other systems that are out there, Inman aligner systems, a lot of the orthodontists are now doing that themselves as well, which is actually very nice for the patient because the patient also does not want to be bounced between, several offices if they don't need to be. So it's great that there's been a merging of the two sides of dentistry and orthodontics together. General dentists doing more orthodontics and orthodontists doing a little bit more of that type of general dentistry work in conjunction with their braces to get, nicer results and make it easier for the patient. And, in these busy times, it's hard for patients to get into 2, 3, 4 separate appointments when they can get it all done at once.
Right, and surprisingly to me, when the clear aligner system first came out, well, first of all, in my office, I used to do everything except orthodontics, and I now offer that through this 6 month orthodontic system that you have. But I remember when it first came out, the clear aligners, and I thought, well, I don't know if I should step on the toes of my orthodontist. He's been a good guy and a good friend. And I was amazed that one time we were sitting down just kind of talking, and he says, hey, you ought to learn to do that. You ought to offer that. And I thought, really? You want me to offer orthodontics? And he said, yeah, you can't use it for all the cases, but there's some simple cases out there, or ones that it would be no big deal. And he was encouraging me to do so. So actually, in hindsight, I kind of applaud him for that.
Well, you have a very smart orthodontic friend there, because I can't tell you how many studies have shown that if a general dentist is doing orthodontics, they actually refer more orthodontic treatment to their neighborhood orthodontist because it merely opens your eyes to what you can see. Once you start looking for something, you can find it. And then there's many cases that the general dentist may not want to treat or what have you. So you actually will see more and actually refer more to your neighborhood orthodontist if you actually do orthodontics yourself.
Right. You can't treat it if you can't see it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we tend to only see what we know how to do. Isn't that true?
Oh, 100% true.
Yeah. Okay, now, we're going to be going to a break here in just a second, and when we come back, I'm going to have several questions for you, but what I want to do is kind of get you to start thinking about your answers so that, I'm not trying to trip you up, let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
And, I guess I want to know how, 1994 is when you started doing the ortho, but is that how long this system has been available? That would be one. The other is, this is primarily for adults, and what would your system have maybe as a advantage over the clear aligners? So hang on, remember those questions. We'll get the answers when we come back. You're listening to Dentally Speaking with Dr. Kvitko. Our number is 459-9769. And feel free to give us a call with our question of the day, your guesses, to how many American adults are currently wearing braces? A, more than 1 million, B, more than 10 million, C, more than 20 million, or D, more than 50 million. We'll be right back after the break.
Experience, artistry, creativity. There are still professions where these words mean something. Studio B Hair Design still believe that practice does make perfect. Whether it's a precision cut, custom color, or something uniquely your own, Studio B can help you find just the right look. All in a comfortable, relaxing atmosphere right in the heart of Clintonville. Let Studio B Hair Design give you the best professional hair care at the best price. And should you need a quick gift idea, why not give a Studio B gift certificate for a birthday, anniversary, or subtle way of telling that special someone your hair needs help? So when looking for a fresh approach to your hair, do what lots of people do in Central Ohio. Trust experience. Trust the professionals at Studio B Hair Design. Studio B Hair Design, 21 Brighton Road, just off High Street in Clintonville. Call for your appointment now, 614-263-8661. 263-8661.
Canton City Chinese Restaurant is an established, family-owned and operated Chinese restaurant. You can come and sit down and enjoy the relaxed atmosphere of the Canton City, or if you're on the go or need lunch for your office or dinner for home, call us at 614-261-0262 to order takeout. We have a variety of Cantonese, Hunan, and Szechuan cuisine. You will love the price and be astonished how generous the portions are. Come visit us in our fantastic location at 4330 North High Street, located just south of Henderson in Clintonville. We are open 7 days a week. If you cannot pick from our extensive menu, we would suggest you start with our General Tso chicken. It is the best in the city. When you are craving Chinese food and have tried all the rest, come and order from the best. Canton City Chinese Restaurant in Clintonville. Call us at 614-261-0262 or stop by and see us at 4330 North High Street.
Dentally Speaking is his talk show. Dr. Kvitko. Let's go!
All right, welcome back to Dentally Speaking with Dr. Kvitko here on Sunny 95. My guest this morning is Dr. Richard DePaul, Jr. He is a dentist, and he's a general dentist, but back in 94, I believe, is when you started developing your system called 6 Month Braces, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So,
I started providing orthodontics in 1994,
okay.
Right out of dental school. I was always very intrigued with orthodontics, and I did a lot of orthodontic research while I was actually still a dental student, and took a lot of courses, and hung out in the orthodontic department all through those years. So basically, right when I got out of school, I was instantly providing orthodontics to my patients. And then I started to develop the Powerprox 6 Month Braces technique. And I've been doing that in one form or another for well over a decade now.
That's really neat. Now, the power in Powerprox is the power of the nickel titanium wire. When was that introduced into the
That
marketplace?
wire has actually been around in orthodontics for a long, long time. It was actually developed by NASA originally, and they had various forms of it in the 70s. It wasn't quite the quality that we have now, but it's very, very, very fantastic wire right now. The great thing about it is no matter how that wire is bent, twisted, or deformed, it returns to its original shape, and the wire is made in the shape of an ideal tooth position within a jaw. So the teeth just glide to their proper positions using that power of that shape memory nickel titanium wire. It's really fantastic.
Now, this system is used primarily for people whose teeth have regressed from having their braces when they were younger, and then they didn't wear their retainer, and now they're crooked again, correct?
Well, that's actually only one portion of the patient pool. That is about a quarter of our patients. We treat many, many patients who have never had braces before. What we'll often hear is, my parents couldn't afford my braces when I was a kid. I always didn't like my teeth. Now I can afford them for myself. I'm going to go ahead and get them. Or there was only enough money in the family to treat the kid who had the worst malocclusion.
Well, actually, I've heard one family where they just did the girls, not the boys.
You hear stuff like that all the time, all the time. So we actually are treating quite a few brand new braces wearers, which is very exciting.
Well, that's neat. And then, but primarily these are adults, right?
Primarily we treat adult patients. We will treat older teens as well. We kind of have the same guidelines as those who are using clear aligner treatment to treat teens. But primarily, we're treating anywhere from 20 to my oldest patient was 75 years old.
Wow, that's really neat. And something that I don't know if you're aware of or not is a Dr. G. David Singh, who I've had on my show, has done research and he discovered that the suture lines don't actually close till we're about 72, by the way. Yeah, even though we were taught that it's much, much younger, they can actually grow bone in a person because those suture lines aren't closed yet. We thought they were, but microscopically they're not, and they can be I guess, nudged to grow.
Oh, very, very, very interesting, very exciting, actually.
That could be why that was working. Okay, I have a question. What do you have a guess for today's question of the day? You might know the answer. If you know the answer, don't guess. But if you don't, go ahead and guess. It was more than 1 million, more than 10 million, more than 20 million, or more than 50 million adults who are currently wearing braces.
I think I probably have a pretty reasonable guess, so I'll withhold my answer so I won't ruin it for the listeners.
Okay. During the break, we had Diane called in. She's guessing B, 10 million, and Brenna called in a guess of C. She's guessing more than 20 million. So we'll get some more guesses in and give the answer at the end of the show. Before I forget, I want to give you a chance. I've been to your website. Go ahead and give out your website over the air because I know there's a portion there where patients can enter and learn about 6-month braces.
Actually, just 6monthbraces.com is our patient website.
Okay. www. And that's the 6 spelled out, the word spelled out.
Yeah, either one will get you there, but... Yeah.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that was pretty smart of you. Did you think of a way that they might misspell 6 to have that too?
Of course.
Anyway, okay. So now, so this is not just regression. This is also new patients. People have crooked teeth. And why would an adult all of a sudden decide they want to have braces now when they maybe weren't going to do it before?
Great question. Actually, a lot of that just relates to their self-esteem and self-confidence when they smile. I can't tell you how many patients have said to me, I don't want to smile because I don't want, this tooth to show. And they're usually pointing to one tooth that's either sticking way far out or sunk way back in. It's just a self-confidence issue, just like with all cosmetic procedures, whether it be dentistry, cosmetic surgery, Botox, lip fillers, what have you. A lot of it's just basically a self-confidence issue. Patients don't like to smile and show crowded teeth, and it's many times has been bothering them for 10, 20, 30 plus years.
But you're using clear brackets and tooth-colored wires, right?
Absolutely, and another option we have is we also use what are called lingual braces, which are placed behind the teeth so no one can see anything at all.
Yeah, that's pretty intriguing, and I'll have to say I've not done the lingual braces yet. I'm thinking about jumping onto that bandwagon because that would even get those folks that are self-conscious about even having the clear brackets and the tooth-colored wires.
Well, the two biggest objections patients have to overcome when getting treatment with braces is the time of treatment and the visibility of the braces. Those are the two biggest objections to overcome. Well, time, by treating the cases in, on average time of 6 months, we've overcome that objection. But with lingual braces that are behind the teeth so no one can see them, we also overcome the visibility. So it's a great combination to do Powerprox 6-month braces with lingual braces because, again, you overcome those two objections, time and visibility of the braces.
Now, in some of the more crowded cases, though, is there really room for lingual braces? I'm thinking about, especially the lower anteriors. Do you have to go with, say, eyelet brackets or something small for a while until you can find enough room for a full-size bracket?
Well, there's a couple of different ways to approach a scenario like that. One common thing we will do is place lingual braces behind the teeth on the upper teeth, combined with lower outside clear brackets and tooth-colored wires. That's one way we can do that.
All right.
You don't see the lower teeth as much, so that way the lip will cover up those braces. And then the upper teeth, when the patient is smiling, you can't see any braces at all. Another thing we may do if we decide we're going to use lingual braces on the lower when the teeth are very, very crowded like that is you may just bracket some of the teeth initially, move some teeth out of the way, and then you usually have the room to go back and put braces on those teeth that we couldn't get to before. So you do it a little bit more segmentally. You're still done in about 6 months. It may go a hint longer, maybe 7 or 8 in those situations, but the patient usually doesn't mind because they can't see the braces anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I hadn't thought about doing the upper and the lower differently like that. Now, our number is 459-9769. If you have a question for Dr. DePaul, feel free to give us a call or email us questions to drkvitko@dentalyspeaking.com. We do have to go to another break, and when we come back, I have several more questions for Dr. DePaul. I think this is really cool, and I hope you do as well. You're listening to Dentally Speaking with Dr. Kvitko, and we'll be right back.
Seagull Bags encourages you to take custom to a new level. Located at 3343 North High Street, just south of East North Broadway. They specialize in handmade custom courier bags and backpacks. All of their bags are completely waterproof and built to withstand any nasty condition you can think of. Stop by their shop and design a custom bag from scratch with one of the people that is actually going to build your bag. You choose the size, all the colors, and what pockets you need and where you want them. They also do custom embroidery. They have a full line of bags from tool bags to gigantic backpacks. Their bags are ideal for cyclists, students, or anyone that values quality and customization. Check out their website at seagullbags.com or come visit their Clintonville storefront. Let them make something amazing for you.
Brightening your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
I'm General Dentist Dr. Brian Kvitko. I live my life and practice dentistry by 4 very important principles: comfort, compassion, respect, and care. They are my guide to providing the very best and most comfortable dental care for you and your family. We want you to feel safe, relaxed, and confident that you are getting the very best care. If you need to correct one tooth or have a total smile makeover, we can help. We provide cosmetic and restorative services including tooth whitening, crowns and bridges, complete and partial dentures, root canals, extractions, and implants. At Dr. Kvitko & Associates, we work hard to earn your trust.
Call to schedule an appointment, 262-9588, or online at drkvitko.com.
Dr. Kvitko & Associates.
It's all day, no more, no more. It cannot wait, I'm sure.
Welcome back to Dentally Speaking with Dr. Kvitko here on Sunny 95, 94.7 FM.